Imagine a secret team of codebreakers working in silence. While the fate of the world hung in the balance, they faced impossible odds, relentless pressure, and a deadly enemy. Their mission was to crack the uncrackable, a code so complex it seemed virtually impossible. But they didn't know it yet. They were about to change the course of history. But who were they and why haven't you heard of them? Welcome to the channel where history comes alive. Join us as we uncover the stories of the past and explore the mysteries of the human experience. It's the height of World War II, a time when secrets can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Enter Alan Turing, one of the most brilliant minds of his generation, along with a group of exceptional codebreakers at the British Government Code and Cipher School at Bletchley Park. Together, they took on one of the most daunting challenges of the 20th century, cracking the Enigma code. Enigma, a cipher machine used by the German military, was believed to be unbreakable. Its complex encryption methods made it nearly impossible to decipher, leaving allied forces at a disadvantage. The stakes couldn't be higher. Deciphering Enigma could shorten the war, save countless lives, and turn the tide in the battle against tyranny. The team led by the enigmatic Alan Turing was up to the task. Despite the naysayers who believed it was a hopeless cause, they worked tirelessly in secrecy, driven by a shared sense of duty and the belief that even the seemingly impossible could be conquered. As they delved deeper into the Enigma, they faced countless obstacles, from the machine's constantly changing codes to the threat of German spies lurking in the shadows. But through it all, they persevered. And then it happened, a breakthrough. One of the codebreakers stumbled upon a critical piece of information that opened the door to deciphering the entire code. In a moment of pure genius, Alan Turing devised a plan to construct a machine called the bomb that could test thousands of potential solutions in mere hours, a feat that would have taken the human mind centuries to accomplish. With the bomb in operation, the team raced against time to break the remaining codes, each day bringing them closer to victory. The Germans grew increasingly desperate, sending double agents and saboteurs to Bletchley Park in a last-ditch effort to protect their secrets. But the code breakers were always one step ahead, thanks to the brilliant strategies of Alan Turing and his team. As the war raged on, the pressure mounted on the code breakers to deliver results. The future of the world was quite literally hanging in the balance. But they didn't falter. Driven by an unwavering determination, they continued to push forward, refusing to give up until every last Enigma message had been deciphered. As the final pieces of the puzzle fell into place, the codebreakers at Bletchley Park knew they had accomplished something truly extraordinary. They had cracked the uncrackable. It was a victory that would change the course of history, ushering in a new era of code breaking and computer technology. Their story is a testament to the power of the human mind and the importance of pushing the boundaries of what is possible. But despite their monumental achievement, the codebreakers at Bletchley Park remained humble. They understood that their success was not due to any single person, but rather the combined efforts of a dedicated team of individuals who dared to dream big and take on the seemingly impossible. So let us take a closer look at these remarkable people and explore the world they inhabited during those pivotal years of World War II. But who were they and how did they become the team that cracked the uncrackable? Well, let me tell you, they were ordinary people, men and women from all walks of life who answered the call to serve their country in its darkest hour. Among them was Alan Turing, a brilliant mathematician and computer scientist whose genius would play a pivotal role in breaking the Enigma code. There was Joan Clark, a gifted codebreaker who was instrumental in deciphering Enigma messages, despite facing gender discrimination and skepticism from her peers. And then there was Bill II, a mathematician who developed the bomb machine that allowed the team to test thousands of Enigma settings in mere hours, a feat that had seemed virtually impossible before. They were united by a common goal, a desire to do their part to defeat the Nazis and bring an end to the war. Working tirelessly in secrecy at Bletchley Park, they faced countless obstacles, from the ever-changing nature of the Enigma code to the threat of German spies. But they persevered, driven by a shared sense of duty and the belief that their work was of the utmost importance. Together, They formed an unlikely band of brothers and sisters, bound together by a common purpose and the knowledge that they were making a real difference in the outcome of the war. But what was life like at Bletchley Park? What did it take to be a member of this elite team of codebreakers? Life at Bletchley Park was unlike anything the codebreakers had ever experienced before. It was a world of secrecy and intrigue where every conversation had to be whispered and every piece of information was carefully guarded. They lived in a bubble, cut off from the outside world and the knowledge that they were engaged in one of the most important battles of the war. It was a heavy burden to bear, but they carried it with stoicism and grace. The codebreakers were drawn from all levels of society, from aristocratic families to working class backgrounds. They came from different parts of the country and had a wide range of skills and experiences, but they were all united by their intelligence, their ability to think critically, and their willingness to serve their country. Once inside the gates of Bletchley Park, they were all equal. Rank and status meant nothing. It was brain power that counted, despite the seriousness of their work. There were moments of levity and camaraderie among the codebreakers. They formed close bonds with one another, sharing jokes, stories, and dreams for the future. They organized social events and parties, dancing the night away to the sounds of big band music. But it was never just a social event. It was a chance to blow off some steam and return to work refreshed and ready to tackle the next challenge. So now that you've met the team and learned about life at Bletchley Park, it's time to dive into the heart of the matter. How did they crack the uncrackable? The Enigma code was incredibly complex, generating billions of possible combinations every day. Even the most brilliant mathematicians and cryptographers had failed to break it. But the team at Bletchley Park was undeterred. They knew that behind the seemingly random letters and symbols lay a hidden message that could provide vital information about German military operations. Their first step was to gather as much intelligence on the Enigma machine as possible. They analyzed captured German equipment and interrogated spies and POWs to learn about the inner workings of the machine and its encryption methods. This provided them with valuable insights into how the code worked and where to start their attack. Next, they began the arduous process of testing possible solutions. Using early computers and a team of skilled codebreakers, they worked tirelessly to try every possible combination and permutation of the Enigma code. But it was slow, painstaking work, and the team was falling behind. Then came the breakthrough. Alan Turing devised a way to construct a machine that could test thousands of possible solutions in mere hours, a feat that had seemed virtually impossible before. The bomb machine was born. With the bomb in operation, the team raced against time to break the remaining codes. Each day brought them closer to victory. The Germans grew increasingly desperate, sending double agents and saboteurs to Bletchley Park in a last-ditch effort to protect their secrets. But the codebreakers were always one step ahead, thanks to the brilliant strategies of Alan Turing and his team. So what was life like for the codebreakers once the bombs were dropped and the war was won? In the aftermath of the war, life at Bletchley Park was one of quiet satisfaction and reflection. The codebreakers had done the impossible and brought the war to an end sooner than it might have otherwise been. They had saved countless lives and helped to secure the future of democracy around the world. But with the war over, it was time to move on. The secrecy that had been so essential to their work at Bletchley Park began to lift, and the world began to learn of the amazing feats that had been accomplished there. The codebreakers were hailed as heroes, but they remained humble. They knew that their success was not due to any single person, but rather the combined efforts of a dedicated team of individuals who had dared to dream big and take on the seemingly impossible. Many of the codebreakers went on to lead successful careers in science, mathematics, and technology. Others returned to their previous professions, forever changed by their experiences at Bletchley Park. Some chose to keep their involvement in the war a secret, knowing that the work they had done was so sensitive that it could never truly be known to the public. What is your favorite part of this episode? Let us know in the comments below. But what if I told you that the story doesn't end here? What if there's more to the Enigma code and the brave individuals who cracked it? In the quiet town of Goring, just outside of London, there's a house that holds a secret. It is a place where the echoes of the past still linger and where the legacy of one man continues to inspire. Welcome to the home where Alan Turing spent his last years. A place where the brilliance of one of the greatest minds of the 20th century meets the tranquility of a sleepy English town. As you step inside, you'll feel like you're stepping back in time. The rooms are filled with the remnants of Turing's life, his personal belongings, and the very walls that witnessed his final years. It is a humbling experience to stand in the place where this brilliant mathematician and codebreaker lived and worked. But it's not just a house. It's a tribute to the legacy of Alan Turing, a reminder of the incredible contributions he made to the world and the challenges he faced in a time when society didn't understand or appreciate his genius. Can you imagine a world without computers or the internet without Turing? That might have been our reality. So if you enjoyed this glimpse into history's hidden heroes, hit subscribe for more untold stories that shaped our world.